Hi, I'm Stephen Kelly, and I am currently a postdoctoral fellow at McMaster University in Hamilton. And I was awarded the 2024 Knowles Postdoctoral Research Prize for my oral presentation in the Postdoctoral Research Symposium. I think what I appreciate most about the award is a feeling of validation for the work that I accomplished, that I made an impact. It's sort of easy to get caught up in all the experimental work and writing and publishing, and it's not often you get to step back and get acknowledged for the work that you put in, and to be sort of the winner in front of a panel of judges to deem it impactful is an honoring is an honor. So at the time of the award, I'd finished my PhD with Dr. Chris Whitfield at the University of Guelph, and I was working on a follow-up project as a postdoc there. In general, my focus there in the Whitfield lab was centered on cell wall biosynthesis with many unique enzymes and systems, studying many of the unique enzymes and systems required to build various cell wall polysaccharide structures. Now I'm a postdoc at McMaster in Dr. John Whitney's lab, where I'm focused on studying bacterial toxins and how they're used to compete with other microbes and in the host, in something which sometimes they compete with. I think one of the biggest challenges I faced in my career is actually one of the best things that's actually ever happened to me, and that was the birth of my son. So at the time of his birth, I was actually performing the work that I went to present at this very conference. And having a child at home gave me a new appreciation for both the balance of my work with the importance of my family, and it also forced me to be more purposeful and careful in my work. Sometimes not being able to put in the same amount of hours, but needing to be a little bit more come in with a little bit more intent. Sometimes I go in the lab with only 4 hours of sleep the night before in the newborn stage, and that physical exhaustion really forced me to come in with a plan every day and make sure I was making the most of the time that I was spending in the lab. So interestingly enough, I never envisioned myself as a microbiologist. I did my undergrad in biological and pharmaceutical chemistry at Guelph, and I really loved organic chemistry and how reactions could be performed to sort of make new molecules. And I really loved analytical chemistry for various techniques of separating and deciphering chemical identities. And it wasn't until my fourth year undergrad project when one of my analytical biochemistry teachers nudged me towards Chris Whitfield's lab as being a good fit for me. And it's there where I fell in love with the application of basic chemistry through microbial biosynthetic processes. I was able to apply a lot of the analytical chemistry skills I had learned to tease apart more complicated biochemistry questions in order to answer questions as they pertain to microbiology. And I can say now that I truly love the microbiology field, and I've gained many new applications, many new appreciations for it over the years in the space. I think what makes it so intriguing is just the endless diversity that you can find, and all the cool ways evolution has come up with to solve the many different problems on the microbiological scale. So I think in science, we have many role models over our careers. And I think at the moment, some of the biggest role models that played a role in my life were obviously my PhD mentor, Chris Whitfield, and then all of the senior research associates and technicians that we had in his lab when I was, over the time that I was there. So this includes people like Olga Ovchinnikova and Brad Clark and Ian Mainprice and Katrine Bowman. Each of these individuals taught me invaluable lessons, both in scientific technical skills as well as intangible soft skills, whether that was learning how to clone or just assemble a genome or analyze mass spec or NMR or write a paper or how to navigate interpersonal conflicts that arise in the lab. These are all skills that were directly taught to me by these individuals, and I can say that they've done probably the most contributions towards my scientific training to date, and have really shaped who I am as a scientist today.